I'm Pepper.
I'm Pearson.
And who are you?
I'm a woman, 5'3". I'm related to Little G. I'm her grandmother. Come here, Little G.
Why are you messing up the film like that?
Now she got better than you can go in there.
This is one of my 10 grandchildren. Turn
Wait,
around.
do they allow her to be on film?
I don't know. Okay, go out. Okay.
Oh,
you
this way,
can-
come back this way. But don't hit the camera. All right. All right, so you're on PJ's channel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you want us to claim you. Is that what you try to, is that,
Yeah.
you didn't pay us?
Let's see. Well, I guess I gave birth to PJ, so I guess I have to claim him.
Let's
'Cause I'm
see.
the one that gave birth to him.
You see, I raised him, but
He's got all your genes.
I'm not responsible for it.
He's got all your genes. He doesn't have any of mine.
That's a lie.
No, that's truth.
No, that's a
Just
lie.
look at him.
No,
he
that's
looks
not the way he
like
looks.
your
It's the way he
twin.
thinks.
He looks like your twin.
Oh, I got the physical part. I gave him the physical part, and you gave him the mental part.
I know, but I did give birth to him. And I currently live, well,
Let's
that's
see.
questionable.
No, it's not
It's
questionable.
not questionable.
No, you live in Florida.
We do live in Florida now. We did claim residence in Florida as of this past October. Well, I'm a native of Washington, D.C.
I'm a native of Mississippi, but I was raised in Ohio.
And I lived in Washington, D.C. basically until I got married. But, well, I moved to Maryland shortly before getting married. And then I lived in Maryland. We lived in Maryland for many years.
I
and
lived in
raised-
Ohio, and I moved to Washington, D.C., and I went to Howard Law School.
Honey, never mind.
Never
I
mind?
said we lived in Maryland. You're not confirming what I'm saying.
Yes, we did live in Maryland.
Okay.
I thought you knew that already.
The audience doesn't
I
know
didn't
that.
think you needed
I think we need to cut this
confirmation.
interview because it's about to erupt.
This is going to be great.
It's about to erupt. I lived in Washington, D.C., which is not a state, but it is a geographically distinct area of the United States. And then I lived in Maryland, as I said. I tried to get my husband to confirm that we lived in Maryland
I
after
thought you knew.
after we got married. But then we moved to Mississippi, where we worked at Mississippi State University. I worked there for about 20 years. And then, after retirement, which occurred just a few years ago, we moved to Hawaii.
I worked
and
at
lived
Mississippi
there.
State University also for about 18 years.
We went there.
She said we.
I worked.
I
No,
said we.
no, she corrected me.
Okay,
Then she
okay.
I
said,
said
Okay.
we.
then she said I.
She said we.
Then she said I after she did it. She said we started. Then she said
I said I worked there for 20 years.
know.
That's why I corrected
So
it.
then I said I worked
You
there for
did
18
not work
years.
there for 20 years.
I said 18.
Okay. I went to Howard University Law School, and that's where we met.
The Bisons.
Yes. But we didn't meet any bison.
Did you eat any bison?
No, we didn't eat any or meet any.
Oh, man, that's
We
terrible.
did eat bison meat
No.
before we stopped eating red meat.
Yeah, but we didn't eat any while we were at law school.
Bison's not red
How do
meat.
you know we didn't eat red? Bison's not red meat?
Mm-mm.
Who told you that lie?
I did.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so
That's just because you want to eat bison and your doctor told you not to eat red meat. So that now you're saying it's not red
It's a
meat,
very
but it
lean
is
red
red meat.
So you guys met at Howard Law School.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
I found him.
Okay, and then so that means that you guys are both lawyers.
Yes.
Well, it doesn't
Doesn't
necessarily mean that.
necessarily mean
Because
that you're a lawyer.
we're going to assume that you graduated,
We
We
did.
did.
and you don't have to pass the bar to be a lawyer, but you know to practice you do. So
I don't know about
I
that.
don't know
but
about
yeah.
that
like,
either.
you can be a lawyer. You graduated law school. You're a lawyer. You can't
No,
practice.
you're not.
No.
You're a person with a law degree, but you're
Same
not a
thing.
lawyer. It's
No,
not the
no, I
same.
didn't.
I call it the same thing.
Okay.
All right. So, are you both practicing attorneys currently?
No,
No.
no. I have been, I am an ordained minister,
Of what faith?
missionary Baptist, but I currently just claim being a preacher of the gospel.
Okay.
And you just recently used that profession to marry your oldest grandson.
That's right. My oldest
Draymond.
grandson, Draymond Washington, I just performed his wedding last Saturday.
I met him at the law school where we both were students, and I felt something tell me, walk around the law school until you find your husband. So I did. I started down in the basement, which we called the Rathskeller at Howard Law, and I went up on the elevator and went up to the first floor.
This is weird.
And when it got up to the first floor, I saw this man, him, standing in the hallway, and God, I didn't know at the time it was God because I wasn't saved at the time, but now I've come to realize that it had to be the Lord.
Could have been
Who-
the devil.
Could have been, and the way things are going lately. But he was standing there, and the Holy Spirit, which I now recognize being the Holy Spirit, said, "That's your husband." And so I walked up to him and told him he could take me out if he wanted to.
This was before we were
I think he
married.
was talking to me.
We were just dating.
Was he
I
talking
think
to
I
me?
need to tell the story. And
Sharon, your girlfriend Sharon?
yeah, Sharon Brown. And so
We grew up with
we
him
had
since
we were out
6 years old.
we were out at a picnic, and so everybody said, "Oh, let's play football." So okay, we'll play football, and so we picked teams and everything, and so we started the game, and Sharon's brother, his name was Michael. They pitched the ball to him, and he's doing an end sweep, and he's running around. And
Okay, wait a minute. Time out. First of all, we have to focus on the fact that when I was growing up, my father watched football constantly on television.
There's no excuse for
And
this.
football, to me,
There's
is
no excuse
like
for this.
Redskins throwing
There's
balls
There's no
to
excuse for this.
their teammate. The
There's-
teammate catches the ball. The other team tries to get the ball from them by knocking them down or whatever they have to do to get the ball from them.
Okay, so
That is my perception
my
of
wife is
football.
5'3", and at the
Supposed to
start.
be 5'3".
When?
I am 5'3". The doctor told me.
You got a lying doctor. I wouldn't trust
five-
anybody else
think
that
I was
told me that. If he told you
I used to
that.
think I was 5'2" until a year ago. The doctor said,
Okay,
"They got
5'2".
the thingy on your head."
This is not really that important. Let's say 5'2" and a half,
No, I'm 5'3". Don't take my half an inch.
5'3".
Thank
So
you.
she's 5'3". She weighed 115 pounds at the time, and Michael was he's about 5'8", and he must have weighed about 170, 175 pounds. He was muscular.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was muscular, and so
we were
my
playing
wife was
football.
playing defense, and Michael took a pitch out. He's running around the as I recall, he was doing a sweep to the right, and Pepper was playing defensive back. And this guy was rolling. I mean, he was an athlete. And Pepper came up to him, and I'm on the other side, and he's rolling, and Pepper came up to the man and threw a cross-body block to Michael, and Michael went up in the air. The ball went one way, Michael went the other way.
Okay.
He flew up in there, and I said,
And I
what
accomplished
the?
the objective
You know,
of
everybody-
getting the ball out of his hand.
Everybody,
Did I not?
everybody, else-
Everybody
oh,
stood still.
everybody,
get the
everybody was
ball?
here say, what?
Did I get the ball out of his hand?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
You got
Is
everything
that the
else out of it.
objective?
And Michael just said, what you doing? What you doing? Pepper said, I thought we playing football. He said, touch. We playing touch.
What good is touching somebody? In
Oh,
football, you're supposed
God.
to hit people and
Oh,
take the
man.
ball from them. Not
Yeah, it's so
touch.
funny. It's like everybody, when Michael flew up in there, like everybody just stops there.
I never heard anything about no touch.
Shoot.
All I know is football.
My wife's crazy. I should have known then, but I didn't put one together.
We weren't married at the time.
No, we weren't.
And we still married.
I still did. I was blind. You say love is blind.
Yay.
Yes, PJ, my oldest son, and his wife Renee, came to Florida with their two sons and their adopted son, Lil P, Jordan, and Blake. And so at the time I was 68.
You trying to draw this out to dramatize?
Yes, absolutely. I was 68, and Lil P was 16, Jordan was 14, and Blake was, 16. And so while we were there, we all went out to the basketball court and to give each one of them a chance to beat the old man. So we played 3 games, 3 points apiece. They lost all 3. I tore them up. So they had nothing to say.
And how
Except
were your
that-
knees the following day?
My knees were fine.
As long as you stayed on the scooter chair.
I have no scooter chair.
No, I mean the chair with wheels.
I have no.
The
I,
the
no, you
secretarial
see,
chair that
you keep
scoot
you
around in.
keep thinking that the stuff that happens to you happens to me, but no, I happen to actually be in shape.
His knees, they were winning knees. They was okay.
Yeah.
They was winning.
Had I lost, then maybe I would have been hurt.
You were raising me. What went wrong?
First of
Wait a
all,
minute. Let me.
First of all, you were born 2 months early, and I think
Something
the
happened
part
to his
during
brain.
that you're supposed to get during
Yeah.
that 2 months that you were out of the womb
Never did develop.
didn't develop.
But here's
The part where
but
you
here's
get
my
the common
thinking.
sense part
Hey, look here.
that comes in the last 2 months in the womb.
Here's my thinking. God, who was the perfect father, had 2 children. He gave them one rule, and they couldn't even follow that. So if God had 2 kids, and they were knuckleheads, why can't I have knuckleheads? That's all I can say. That's all I can say.
Like the video.
Comment. I subscribe to the channel, so you should too.
If you want good food, subscribe. You heard them people. Like, comment, subscribe.